We are here with Megan Warnema, the president of King's Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Megan, tell us about the involvement of King's student athletes with the Special Olympics group and what it means to you guys.
All right, so for the last 2 years, King SAC specifically, but most of all, including our student athletes, have been getting involved with the Luzerne County Special Olympics and bringing them to the gym and just having as many student athletes that we can volunteer to come play and help out coaching with the different players, and then pretty much just having a good time with the kids. I believe it's very rewarding. I mean, King's prides on providing students with values of a lifetime, and I truly think that being a student athlete is a value in itself, but being able to give back to the community really proves that you're able to not just play a sport for King's, you're able to do more, and you're able to volunteer, and you're able to give back to the community, and I think it's a great experience for every student to get involved in it.
I was asked to start the basketball program, and we struggled to find a gym until 4 or 5 years ago. We came across King's, and it's been wonderful being here ever since.
What has this meant to the athletes?
They love it here. I mean, it's the arena. They think they're in the NBA. When they first walked into this gym 5 years ago, they were in awe. So they really love it here. And being intermixed with the students, that's what it's all about. That's their favorite thing. When your students aren't here, they want to know where they are. So they really enjoy the camaraderie with the King's students.
How many of your athletes have participated in this each year, do you think?
This is probably our biggest year, and I think we have about 25, depending on the night. But we started with about 10 to 12, so it's really evolved.
How do you think the King's College student athletes have taken to this?
Oh, I think they love it. It's a win-win for everybody. In fact, there's at least a dozen that have been here every week. And this is I believe, our 8th week here. And they've been here week after week, helping out, having a great time.
Kyle, tell us about your involvement with this and what it's like to be involved with the Special Olympics team.
Well, being here, as often as I can is something that I love. Every Tuesday I try and make it out here. I've missed a couple, but just being out here with all these kids and seeing the enjoyment on their faces and participating is something that I love.
What do you think it means to the kids to be able to have this type of activity?
I hope it would mean a lot. Just coming out here every week, having the kids, playing with each other and involving us, I can see that they love it.
Paula, tell us a little bit about what it's been like to work with King's with the Special Olympics coming in here to Scanlon Gymnasium for the last few years.
This has been an absolutely wonderful experience, especially this year. Cheryl has worked with the head coach, and for every practice we have many students from King's helping, volunteering, and our athletes just love to be with their peers. They look forward to coming to practice every week. And the King's students have been so wonderful. They've just helped us so much, and they interact with the students and with our athletes.
Cheryl, talk to us about how King's got involved with the Special Olympics group.
Well, the Special Olympics, they've been using our gym for several years for practice. But 2 years ago, I had reached out to Art Jump to see if it would be possible to have some of our student athletes be volunteer coaches. He was enthusiastic about it, and last year we did a nice job. We had a group of athletes that would help out, but this year I think it really blossomed. We had so many of our teams pick a night to be involved, and then what would happen is they would, many of the teammates would just continue to come on their own. So I think they really bought into it, and it was a win-win opportunity for both groups.
What does an activity like this do for the Special Olympics athletes?
The feedback I've gotten from the parents is that it's just an opportunity for them to be around almost their peer group in an environment where they are welcomed and they are treated with respect. And it's, our student athletes have done a great job of just being very positive and enthusiastic, and I think that the Special Olympics come and I think that they walk away with a great experience.
as the head of King's Athletic Department, how proud are you of our student athletes for their involvement with this?
This, without a doubt, is my favorite day of the week. When I started doing it last year, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought that I was just kind of giving something, an opportunity for some of our student athletes, but I have fallen in love with working with these Special Olympic athletes, and I am so proud of our student athletes and the way they've handled themselves, how positive they've been, and just how they represented King's College.
And how long has this program gone on during the course of the school year?
We started this year at our last basketball game with Misericordia, where we had a kickoff event, and we invited some of the athletes down to be honorary captains and gave them the tour of the locker rooms and had them meet the men's and women's basketball teams. And then the following week is when we started practices.
And today's event involves what?
What happens is that the Special Olympic athletes are preparing for a competition with other counties that'll take place in Kutztown, I believe. So for the last 6-7 weeks, what we've been doing is helping them practice the skills that they're going to compete down at Kutztown. So they work on individual skills, and then they also do team events for the groups that are capable of doing so.